So guys, Tinubu's disqualification is going to come very easy if our judges are very sincere with the Nigerian people. I want you to take a look at some of the arguments that the counsels to the various parties have presented to the court. Honestly, you will find out that, the Tinubu's camp, they are just struggling because they've got nothing to present. How can they tell Nigerians that the IREV is no longer important, that it is not a part and parcel of the process in declaring the winner of this 2023 presidential election? If that be the case, then one might want to ask, what is the essence of the 2022 electoral bill that was passed by the Buhari's administration? So guys, just take a look at these arguments from different parties and let me know what you think in the comment section below.
After the final showdown in the legal battle between Peter Obi and President Bola Tinubu over the February 25 presidential election, the Presidential Election Petition Court in Abuja on Tuesday reserved its judgment. A 5-member panel of the court, headed by Appeal Court Justice Haruna Samani, said a date for judgment will be communicated to parties in the suit. The verdict is expected to be delivered before the end of September. Labour Party's presidential candidate Peter Obi is urging the court in his petition he filed in May to nullify President Tinubu's victory at the 25 February presidential election. Obi alleged, among other issues, that Nigeria's Electoral Commission INEC failed to substantially comply with the provisions of the Constitution and the Electoral Act in conducting the polls. At the resumed proceedings on Tuesday, the lawyer to INEC, Abubakar Mahmood, a senior advocate of Nigeria, urged the court to dismiss Peter Obi's petition for lacking in merit. Mahmood told the court that Obi misconstrued the introduction of technology in the conduct of the election. He said the Amazon Web Services, which hosts the INEC IREV portal, remains the best in the world in terms of providing services for cloud data storage. The inability of the Electoral Commission to upload polling unit results of the presidential election in real time to the INEC results viewing IREV portal was one of the major grounds for disputing the February election. INEC attributed the challenge to a glitch on its portal on election day. On the issue of failure to upload results in real time, counsel to INEC Abubakar Mahmood said the glitch did not impact the outcome of the election. Responding to Peter Obi's contention over blurred 18,000 result sheets of the presidential election, the INEC lawyer clarified that the blurred electoral documents did not affect the collation of results. He said all witnesses in the suit testified that the election was impeccable. On the issue of scoring 25% votes in Abuja, Mr. Mahmood said nullifying the election on that ground would confer a superior status on voters in Abuja over other parts of the country. Closing his arguments in the case, lead counsel to Bola Tinubu, Wole Olanipekun, a senior advocate of Nigeria, said Peter Obi and the Labour Party abandoned their joint petition. Aligning with INEC, Olanipekun said uploading of results to IREV was not part of the collation process, saying, "Collation is done physically where all results are entered in the appropriate INEC forms." Olanipekun cited a recent judgment of the Court of Appeal in Lagos, which gave INEC the discretion to choose whichever mode to collate election results. He said the subsisting appellate court decision was given against the Labour Party in favour of INEC. On the matter of criminal forfeiture of $460,000 in narcotics trafficking by Bola Tinubu in the US, Wole Olanipekun told the court that the US Embassy in Nigeria cleared Tinubu of any crime or indictment. Arguing on Mr. Obi's prayer for a rerun should the court decline to declare him president, Mr. Olanipekun said the Labour Party flag bearer would not be allowed to participate in the process because he came third in the race. The senior lawyer said the law only provides for Atiku Abubakar of the People's Democratic Party, who came second in the contest, to participate in a rerun should the court decide so. Assuming without conceding, even if there is going to be a rerun, Mr. Obi, the lawyer said, will not be qualified to run. May I urge my lordships to dismiss this petition? It is an expedition, Mr. Olanipekun said. On his part, APC's lawyer Lateef Fagbemi, also a senior advocate of Nigeria, adopted the closing arguments of Abubakar Mahmood and Wole Olanipekun in the suit. Fagbemi said Obi failed to prove polling unit by polling unit INEC's failure to transmit polling unit results electronically. This is abysmally lacking in the suit, arguing that Mr. Obi ought to have proved non-compliance with the electoral law in all polling stations across the country. The issue of rerun is a two-horse race between the two leading contenders, referring to Mr. Tinubu and Atiku, urging the court to dismiss the petition. Meanwhile, Peter Obi's lead lawyer, Levi Uzoku, told the court that Mr. Tinubu labored in vain to defend his case. Contrary to Wole Olanipekun's argument over the use of IREV during the election, Uzoku referenced the Supreme Court decision on former Osun State Governor Adegboyega Oyetola against Ademola Adeleke, saying the Apex Court held that IREV is part of the electoral process. Mr. Uzoku and SAN contended that an election in which over 8,000 blood election results were uploaded on IREV is a flawed election. He further told the court that Bola Tinubu was declared the winner of the election based on a flawed process. It is not in doubt that the second respondent, Mr. Tinubu, forfeited $460,000 being profits of narcotic trafficking in the US. They don't want to hear that, Mr. Uzoku stated. He said Obi's petition was not abandoned, as he insisted that his team had led credible evidence to aid their client's case. Levi Uzoku later urged the court to grant Peter Obi's prayers and dismiss the respondent's defense. After taking the arguments of lawyers to parties in the suit, the court adjourned for judgment.
That's a constitutional issue. So we addressed it sufficiently. So it's for the court. Yeah, there are so many grounds we presented. So it's for the courts to decide. So, but what is important is that we sufficiently presented our case in a most convincing manner. Thank you.
So guys, you can see that Tinubu is going to be easily disqualified because the IREV is a very strong component in determining who won this election. So we can't keep that by the side. Also, they've come out to argue that the 25% for the FCT is not important. We all know that FCT maintains a very special status, so it's not going to change because Tinubu is going to be disqualified. And also, we saw the argument, the empty argument they are making about the forfeiture. So guys, you have seen that these people, they've got no point to present to the Nigerian people. And no doubt our victory is going to come as easy as anything. Let me know what you think in the comment section below. Please subscribe and turn on the notification bell. Thank you.